Dipset Nation, a Podcation Daily Podcast. I'm O'Shea. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Former Dipset member Jim Jones talks about getting chased in Miami up the beach by BMF and how he had to sit down with Big Meech, the head honcho of BMF, to squash the issues. Now, as we all know, BMF in the early 2000s, the late 90s, early 2000s, they were a movement in themselves. Led by Big Meech, they took over hip-hop, they took over the nightclubs, they took over the strip clubs, and when they pull up, they look like a real rap label. They've got all the cars, they've got the entourage, they've got the chains, they've got the t-shirts, everything that they promoted, it looked like they were a record label. But we all know what was really going on behind the scenes. Big Meech just came home. Shout out to Big Meech. So there's been a lot of stories about Big Meech popping up right now. Well, this is one of the more infamous stories that he had, where Dipset had problems in Atlanta with BMF. There was an altercation at a nightclub where folks were spilling drinks down on Cameron. Jim Jones went up there to have an altercation or tell them to stop or chill out. Stuff happened. Jim Jones got sliced up a little bit. And then the next night, they're performing in Miami at Mansion. Shout out to Mansion. I remember when that place was hot. They were in Mansion performing, and all of a sudden, the whole stage gets surrounded by BMF, and they had to get out of there. They go down to South Beach, and what happens? BMF is there. They chase them dudes on South Beach. It had Jim Jones running to the sand. Now, Jim Jones says how he made up with BMF and Big Meech. He seen them in a club later on. He knew he needed to go up and squash these issues, and he talks about going up to BMF, going up to Big Meech while he was in a club with a couple of his guys, and he was still worried about getting jumped, getting beat up there, but at the same time, Big Meech showed him respect, sat him down, got him some drinks, squashed the beef, and they all hung out. Let's take a look at this clip from Jim Jones as he explains.
I'm backing up. I start backing up. I said, fuck y'all niggas. So the thing I started running. I run to the beach. I'm on scene there. I get out of there. You heard? I get out of there. Boom, and shit like that. Whatever. I got to have a conversation there. I get booked one day to do a show in Atlanta. Right? I ain't thinking about nothing and shit like that. My man Daddy, he had settled the whole problem and shit. He knew me and shit like that. I'm cool and shit. Got booked, we go to Atlanta. I got some armed security with me. They like, yo, I'm in the club. They like, yo, BMF in the building. It felt like everything stopped, like the music. 90 of them niggas won't pass me, all ice cream, and I'm like, oh, we dying tonight. We definitely gonna die tonight. But nigga, like, they come in the club. Big security nigga come over there, like, yo, Meech want to talk to you. I'm like, oh.
And you knew who he was at that time?
Oh, now I know what's going on, because I already sat down and talked to him and shit like that. Now I know the whole scheme.
Oh, you spoke to me?
Yeah, that in Miami, I got some real niggas that put the whole two together. Like, now I understand who these niggas is. I'm like, oh my God. I like, all right, so now I'm like, oh my God, the big security nigga say, yo, Meech want to talk to you. I'm like, talk to me for what? He like, nah, he didn't say he want to talk to you. I'm like, oh my God, I'm out there by myself with two security. I'm like, I kid you not. I said, all right, fuck it. I walk over there with the big security. Big nigga come up again, like, yo, tell them niggas to go. We gonna fuck them niggas up. I'm like, oh my God. So my security, right?
He said, tell them to go?
Tell them to leave or we gonna fuck them niggas up. I'm like, oh my God. I'm trying to keep game face. I'm like, oh, all right. It's 90 of them niggas. It ain't nothing happening. Yo, I'm a piece of them niggas. I'm like, yo, get out of here. I'm like, oh man. Walk me to Meech. Meech got a stack of hundreds as big as this box, like this count, like this. Like I never see the nigga. You know, that nigga had a stack like this, like, ah, fuck with you, shorty. What's up? What you want to drink? And that was the first real introduction I had with him, cool nigga and shit like that. But man, he had me sweating. I thought my ass was grass that night.
All right, Nation, there you have it. So Jim Jones thought it was over for him in the club with Big Meech after the altercation, after running from them in Miami. He better be glad that Big Meech didn't want any more problems with him, because it would have been over for Jim Jones. He'd have been another statistic down in Atlanta, because Big Meech was nothing to be played with. BMF was nothing to be played with. I've seen them in the clubs before. I've been in the clubs with them before. I've seen them take people's chicks. Dudes being there with their chick, their main chick. If one of them dudes wanted your chick, they gonna punk you out of your chick. I mean, what is the guy supposed to do if 6, 7, 8 dudes walk up on him and the biggest dude in the club with all the money wants your chick? She's going, what you gonna do? You gonna step up and get beat up and get knocked out? I seen plenty of dudes get knocked out in the club like that from the BMF guys. So crazy, crazy stuff going on. What a time to be alive. Nation, what do you think about Jim Jones' comments on Big Meech? Shout out to Big Meech. What do you think about Big Meech being home? Are you checking for Big Meech's welcome home party? Nation, let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure you all hit that like and subscribe button on your way out.
What up,
Hey.
this is DJ Michael Watts, and when I'm not in the switch house, I'm hanging out with my dog, DJ last name Song.
Girl,